So I've been a really huge fan of everything that CW has been making so far.
Especially the Flash.
Especially the Flash, but mostly like even all of them. Like I actually watched Supergirl season 1. I didn't watch it when it was on, but I watched it on Netflix. Like one of my friends said it's a good show. I was like, I like it. I enjoy what they did with it. It wasn't like a slap in the face.
I like
Supergirl
the added Martian Manhunter.
He was actually one of the best parts of the show, and he actually does look like him. But then season 2 came out of Supergirl. I'm like, this is even better because now they got the writers from the Arrow team to write for Supergirl, and that was amazing. And Flash.
Yeah.
Flash since season 1 was spectacular.
Amazing.
No bad episodes, all amazing. Arrow has been up and down.
Garbage since season 3.
Midway season 3 was pretty trash. Season 4 now, I kind of care. He's making a kind of
Adam Blood or whatever.
He was fighting against
Adam Warlock.
No, Adam Warlock is Marvel.
I know. What's the guy's name?
Damian
Blood.
Damian Dark.
Whatever.
And so
he sucks. He was an awful Bison.
He was pretty bad. I mean, like as a villain, like they already defeated him once by removing like one of the pieces from the stone, and they're like, I'm like, oh, so it's over. So we have a new villain. Like, no, he just finds it, sticks out. I'm like, just take it off. Like that. Yeah. That seems to be the only issue. Just take it off, or have Barry just run it and take it off. But whatever. That's not the point. The point is, it was okay. Season 4 Arrow.
So what's happening with season 5 in Arrow?
Well, no, right now it's season 4 of Arrow, which is.
I thought this was season 5.
No, I think it's season.
No, it's season 5.
Oh, okay. So season 5 of Arrow.
Yeah, season 1 was him coming back.
Yeah.
Season 2 was Deathstroke. Season 3 was
Raish. Season 4 was
Damian Dark, and now we're in season 5.
Season 5, it's all right. I mean, he's putting a team together. Just Side of America, kind of.
Casey Jones, apparently. There was that guy with a hockey mask with the guns.
That's Mad Dog, actually.
Yeah,
he's his own character. No, he's not. He uses guns.
Casey Jones with a gun.
No, he was before Casey Jones.
Gunsy Jones.
He was before Casey Jones. Anyways, so.
And then we got Legends of Tomorrow.
Legends of Tomorrow, season 1. Really weird, because there's just a lot of his filler episodes. Mostly trying to take on one of my favorite villains, Vandal Savage, which he did not look like what I expected him to look like. But, yeah, that was whatever. And then season 2 got, again, better because they got the actual writers for it. Then they decided to do a whole crossover where it was the Dominators were the main villains. And Dominators in the DC universe are a group of aliens that basically the only ability is just that they're super intelligent and they have the ability to create incredible weapons. And the whole question is, well, why are they coming here? And all of this stems from Barry Allen. Yeah. Because in season 2 of Barry Allen, at the end, he
created Flashpoint.
But the thing is, Flashpoint is not just an event that changed just his universe. It stretched out to all universes. And the Dominators,
Earth 2?
Yeah, even Earth 2, and they noticed it. They noticed him changing it, and they saw him as a threat. Because Barry Allen's not just a threat on this Earth or on the other. He's a threat to the entire DC universe. And the thing is, they attacked before. In the I think it was 1958, they attacked.
Yeah.
To look into us, to make sure that we're not a threat. That's what they did the first time. They kidnapped humans.
Nothing.
At first, yeah. But then what happened was an issue occurred.
And Batman showed up.
The issue was in Legends of Tomorrow. That was the issue. The issue with them was that one of the Dominators was kidnapped at the same time that some of the Legends were kidnapped. Legends that were kidnapped was Commander Steel, Vixen, and Heatwave. Yeah, thank you. Heatwave. So they were captured, and at the same time they were captured, one of the Dominators was captured. And Cisco Ramon and Felicity Smoke, they helped free him. And then that Dominator left and told his Dominators about metahumans, told them what a threat they were. So that is another issue. So the thing is, they didn't, in the main thing, they don't just want to wipe out, just get rid of Barry. They wanted to wipe out all metahumans by dropping a bomb down, a meta bomb. So all the superheroes had to join up together, because what happened was Dominators appeared in Flash, in the Flash episodes. They broke out and they just stormed this entire city. 4 ships landed. Barry didn't know what they'll do with them, so he needed a team to stop them. And so he gets Cisco Ramon to use his abilities to vibe through Supergirl's world and appear there.
Yeah.
That was the end of Supergirl, one of the episodes for Supergirl, right before the event.
The Arrow, the Flash crossover episode.
Yeah. And then so she came with them, and then the Flash episode, it kind of
and then
went back
we find out that tape that they found in the future of Barry saying that you can't trust him right now.
Is because of Flashpoint, because he ruined all their lives. The way he ruined Diggle's life is that he wiped away his daughter. His daughter doesn't exist anymore.
Yeah. Cisco's brother's now dead
because he refused.
But I will say one thing. Cisco is acting like a little bitch over
but
it.
I do.
I understand his brother's dead, but even before Flashpoint, him and his brother were not talking. They
not
did
really.
not like each other.
In the later episode, they kind of started.
Yeah, they made up
talking.
towards the end, but
they're
like
assholes
each
to each
other.
other. Yeah.
So I'm like, come on, man. Like, you gotta understand. This guy, he went back in time because he wanted to save his mother.
His parents.
He saw the ramifications.
He wanted to save his parents.
Yeah, because he saw his father get killed in front of him.
After spending 15 years in prison for a crime he didn't commit,
exactly.
He got him free.
So,
Fighting his dad's free, and a couple of weeks later he dies.
Yeah, so you have to understand why he did what he did.
Yeah.
I mean, Arrow, Ali understands that. He told him, he's like, hey, I would have done the exact same thing.
That's why I'm not mad at you. You're right, Barry. Which one of us wouldn't do that? You tell me that Oliver, if he had a chance to save his dad, wouldn't have done so? He even tried to save him. Or his mom.
His mom, who got fucking stabbed in front of him.
By Deathstroke, right through the heart. And he couldn't do anything.
Nope.
With all of his skills, all his ability, couldn't do nothing. You tell me Oliver wouldn't say, fuck the world, fuck the sky, I'm going to save it?
Yeah.
Of course he would have. And Barry tried to do the right thing. He tried to change it back.
Yeah, he tried to put things back together how they were. And unfortunately, there were some ramifications.
Yeah.
You can't hold it up against him. It's not like he knew what was going to happen.
He did it to be malicious and shit.
Yeah.
And he even told you, I can't change time again. Why? Okay, what if he did save
and then
Cisco's brothers?
Dead.
No, not Cisco. What if he killed Caitlin because of it? Yeah. Or their Cisco's parents are now dead. And like, oh, apparently that's how time works. Because guess what? He did try to change time when he tried to save
when he tried
City.
No, and he tried. He tried to turn back time again so that Cisco's brother could come back. And what happened? Jay Garrick grabbed him and threw him out of the Speed Force and told him, what are you doing?
Yeah, Jay Garrick was going to stop him. And then he explained to him how time works, which is an amazing scene. There's only a couple seconds, but it's incredible, where he takes a cup and he vibrates it and he cracks it. It's like, even if you put it back together,
those cracks are still going to be there.
And I'm like, that's an amazing way to explain how time works. Because the thing is, what I'm thinking is, what if he kept going back in time? How much can he change time before it shatters?
Yep. Now, and then we go into the
Arrow.
The Arrow crossover.
With Arrow, it happens because they were captured. They were put into these chambers,
stasis
to read their minds to find out about metahumans. But they showed them a world where Oliver wasn't Green Arrow. But even in that universe,
there was still the Green Arrow.
There was still Green Arrow. Who was
Diggle?
Diggle, yeah. Because I guess in the whole DC universe, there needs to be a Green Arrow.
Because there needs to be a Batman.
Basically, that's the whole point.
Now,
you're saying.
Real quick, before we move on,
have
you seen the Easter eggs in Supergirl season 2
for one?
Batman?
For which Easter eggs? Which ones did you see?
There's been a few here and there, but basically the main one that hits you in the face is episode 1, where you see Superman. Mm-hmm. He's talking to Bruce Wayne.
Yeah. So Bruce Wayne is a thing, which again you can relate that to Barry Allen creating Flashpoint. You could say that there wasn't a Batman without Barry Allen, which makes sense.
I will ask this though. Okay, so, well, let's move on to like Legends, the part that happens in the crossover. So basically, Ollie and them realize that this isn't a real world. Yeah. This isn't right. And
but one of the coolest things,
they figure out that they're in a hologram.
Yeah, but one of the best parts about it is at the very, very end of the episode, you have Damian Dark, Deathstroke, Diggle's brother, the Archer, and I think a member of the League of Shadows or whatever, fighting the Oliver's team.
Theo's dad.
The Archer. So they actually have to kill their greatest enemies, which is amazing to see. It's like a little Easter egg for the people who actually follow all the episodes.
Yeah, because it was the 100 episode Arrow.
And it was amazing.
So that's why
they brought all the cool
callbacks. Yeah. That's why they brought back Oliver's mother and father.
Which was really cool to see them together.
And Black Canary.
And Oliver actually has like a final moment with his parents, which is really made me almost cry to see him say goodbye to his dad and his mom, because he could have kept it here. He could have just stayed here and been happy. But he chose to sacrifice his own happiness for the sake of others.
And then we have the final episode,
which is
with Legends of Tomorrow, because they saved them with their ship.
Yeah, so what happens is you find out that they found the coordinates to where the aliens were, and they're actually above space. That's where they're looking down at them. And what happens? Dominators tell them. Well, let me go back a little bit to the episode where they were captured. When they were captured, there was an agent that captured them, Smith, and he explained to them that we just want to find out who you really are. So telling them maybe there's an organization, possibly Checkmate, that exists that is overlooking them, which is a villainous organization in DC universe.
Yeah.
And in the future, Barry Allen, Oliver, and I think it's a White Canary. They're all standing there. They're talking to Smith from 1958, but now he's much older. And you see Barry Allen does some cool shit where he catches bullets, takes out their guns, and tells them like, "What's going on?" He's like, "You're what's going on, Barry. You ruined it. We've had a peace agreement for 60 years with the Dominators, but because you changed time, you broke that agreement." They're like, well, what do they want? They want you, Barry. If they get you, they'll leave. And so Barry's willing to give himself up. And what happens is, in that episode, Cisco and Kate and Felicity, they save the Dominator. And then he says, you're at fault, Cisco. Because you freed me, I told them what happened. That's why we're back. Because we know how much of a threat you are. Since Cisco realized that he even made a mistake. The same mistake that Barry made by trying to save time, he did the exact same thing that Barry did. And he, in turn, forgives Barry when Barry's about to give up. Because Barry's like, I'm gonna leave, and I don't think you have an army to stop me. And then Barry turns around and see Oliver standing with all of his friends like, we do have an army. And then Barry decides to fight back against them.
Yeah. One question I have about this crossover. Okay,
Yeah.
so we know Superman is in Supergirl.
Yeah.
We've seen him.
Yeah.
Why didn't they bring Superman too?
Because the thing is, if they did a Superman, then there'd be more questions as to why wouldn't he bring Batman if they've already established that he exists, or the Easter egg established them. So,
No, but you don't gotta bring Batman. Like, you could be like Flash is there, bring
Barry
Kara over for the crossover.
But Barry didn't
and
need
then
Superman.
like Superman could be there, and like they meet each other and goes, well, if you're going, if you need help, I'm gonna come too.
Well, they kind of explained that.
And then you could have Superman meeting Green Arrow and like seeing how like his mannerisms, like, huh, you remind me of somebody, and like not say Batman,
Yeah.
but we know
Yeah.
wink nudge nudge.
Well,
He's talking about
they
Batman.
do another cool Easter egg.
Well, they're supposed to do, because they're gonna do another crossover anyways. They always do two.
Yeah, there's one
So
more.
we might see Superman in that one.
Well, the thing is, the way they explained it in this one is that when Superman is on Supergirl, did you watch the season 2?
Yeah.
Did the whole
I've
thing?
seen a little bit here and there. I haven't
So
seen
in the second episode, he explains to her that like this city has their protector. They don't need a Superman because they have a Supergirl.
Yeah.
And then he leaves and says that I have the city protector of my own. I can't.
Metropolis.
Yeah, I can't keep leaving him. The city does need him. No matter what Metropolis is Superman, he can't leave for anything.
But
Yeah.
okay. Overall, what do you think of the crossover though?
It's amazing.
It was-
They did not oversaturate at all with Supergirl. They kept her where she should have been. That she was never affected, she was never captured. She was their main powerhouse, and they showed off how much more powerful she is. Because in the crossover, the entire Team Arrow tries to fight her, and she knocks them back like there were flies at her. None of them,
no damage. She was just standing there, just like, all right.
And I think one of the best parts was when she was talking to Oliver, he said like, "Don't hold back." She's like, "I'm pretty sure." He's like, "Don't hold back, especially on me." I'm like, "Damn, you just got told by Green Batman."
Yeah.
Green Batman told you off.
But at the same time, he had no idea what she was capable of.
He got wrecked by her every single time.
Of course.
So the way that they finally defeat the Dominators is that Felicity, Smoke, and Cisco and Mr. Terrific, they're able to find a way to interact with their DNA.
Yeah.
And to basically knock them out. So what they need is they need something to attach these little like badges, I guess, to all the Dominators. And Barry does that. And you see like Supergirl like flying around and attaching it to all the Dominators and shit. And another cool thing is in Legends, Firestorm is supposed to have the ability to transmutate anything he wants to a different element. And he's only done that once.
Yeah.
And that one time was at the end of Legends of Tomorrow. He's never done it
In
since.
season 1.
In season 1, yeah. The very, very end. And he only does it to like one of the stones and shit. But in this one, he actually transmutates the bomb into water. And he only does that because the Professor Stein was also altered by the Flashpoint. And his alteration was, in the original storyline, he never had children. He had
This
his
one
wife.
he does.
This one he has a daughter.
How many daughters?
Just one. And the thing is, the reason why he has that one, she's okay.
How old is she?
I think she's like in her mid-20s, because like he's already in his mid-50s. So, in the series, like he explains that in 1958, when he did go back into, 1988, I think in 1985, when he did go back and he talked to himself, he told him to take care of. No, kind of, but he told him like, take care of your wife, treat her like she's supposed to be treated, and he altered time by creating her. And over the crossover, he kind of like starts to deal with him having a daughter, and finally accepts her not as an anomaly, but an actual person with feelings and all thoughts, and he decides to keep her alive, not to change time. And when finally the Dominators are defeated, the Atom actually was talking to
Ray Palmer.
Ray Palmer was talking
Tells
to
Kara, he's like, hey, you remind me of my cousin.
and then they looked at each other like, yo, they did this. You're Superman. I like
Superman
that.
Returns.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Which is really, really cool.
Yeah.
Yeah. So overall, the crossover was really amazing. It felt like the DC movie that never happened.
Or what it should.
What it should have
DC
been.
movies, man. Yeah, I like it. I'm just hoping for a bigger event. Like, I do want Superman. I do want the Martian Manhunter. You already have these characters. Use them.
They're probably gonna do something else right now because they're already setting up. Because the thing is, Dominators are not done.
No.
They'll be back against Supergirl. They're coming after her now. Because she doesn't have a weakness. Okay, in the Supergirl universe, there is no kryptonite. The kryptonite was created by man.
Well,
Man created kryptonite.
Lex.
No, it wasn't even Lex. It was
Captain Kryptonite.
the organization that she created to defend Earth against aliens. They created it. That's why Superman doesn't work with them. But then when Superman leaves, he takes the kryptonite away from them, so now he does trust the organization. And a lot of cool shit has happened there. Like they find out that the girl Martian Manhunter is actually a white Martian.
Yeah. His niece.
Yeah.
His Martian. Yeah.
Which is crazy, but now that he eventually at one point he was about to become one, then they fixed that.
Speaking of her, Young Justice season 3 confirmed.
So you think they're gonna do something with the TV shows? They're gonna create
see, animated cartoon of Young Justice is getting a season 3.
You think it'll be good?
Yeah.
Do you think the only reason they're getting season 3 is because of how well the CW is doing?
No, it's because as soon as he put Young Justice on Netflix, people were watching it like crazy.
Is that good?
And and like people, have you watched Young Justice?
Not yet.
It's on Netflix. Give it a watch. We'll do a review next week.
All right.
All right, folks. Catch you later.